Hello guys and welcome back to Hamabeta Gaming, or HBG, whenever you prefer to call it. Thank you for those 6 people that have been subscribed already, because for being 5 days, kind of 6 days, since I started this channel on YouTube, I really thank you for those 6 persons that subscribed. And we have kind of some views on our videos. I hope improving that. But that's not why we are talking here. That's not why we are making this video. This video is about Dreadnought. What is Dreadnought? Well, Dreadnought has been described by its own developer team as third-person shooter with starships, kind of that. So, is that the game? Well, yeah. To be honest, I played just a few matches, and it's really a third-person shooter with ships. However, the things that has to offer, it's what makes this game really interesting and looking forward to. For example, really in deep tactical. Yeah, this game is really tactical. I'm just going to talk about that in a moment. So, what we're going to first impression or first review in this video, the first 3 things we're going to review is: first, the graphics and their performance; second, the gameplay and what it has to offer; and third, the replayability. So how many times you will play this game. We're just going to start with the graphics. I think they're awesome. I already see the videos of gameplays with the highest resolution and with the highest settings, and it's look astonishing. It's really freaking amazing game. However, does I can run it? Well, I tell you, you bet your ass you can. It's really great optimized right now, because at this 2016 year I only have a dual core. Yeah, a shitty dual core. You can imagine how it's played with a dual core? Shit, that's it. That's the description of that. However, if the game is well optimized, you can run it. So I'm telling you, I have only 4 GB of memory RAM, and it's even DDR2. So you can expect kind of working a lot with your machine. It will stress a lot. You have to get really refrigerated your machine, because it will get a lot of hot. For example, that's what happens with my machine. So yeah, that's what I have. I have only 4 GB of RAM. I have 1 GB of video and XFX HD 15670, I think, and it's DDR3, and dual core 2.6, and it's not the latest series in the dual core. So yeah, it's shitty. It's really shitty to the most AAA games. However, these games develop right. I mean, the current graphics I having kind of 37 most of the time without recording, and to be honest, that's really cool. That's really playable, and you can play with decent graphics settings. I have most everything on medium and high, and a resolution of 16:6 per 7068. I think that's the way you said. I don't know, but it's not an HD resolution, so it's really cool. It's really fine by the moment. So what else we have to say? Well, it's really well optimized. Even if you downgrade, the game looks really cool. I think even if they manage to keep optimizing the game, you will have greater results. So I'm telling you, in the current state, in closed beta state, it's really cool. Optimize it. So the next point, the gameplay. Well, it's third-person shooter basically. You play as a commander of your ship. There is 5 types of ships. There is the Dreadnought, which is the most heavy armored ship, and it hits a considerably amount of damage. We have the Corvette, which is the most fastest, and I will call it the assassin ship. And it's ideal to take down the next ship I'm going to mention, which is the artillery cruiser. Yeah, is basically a sniper cruiser. It takes down enemies from the distance, and it has a lot of power. However, its armor is not the best, but it has certain speed to avoid being attacked. However, could be taken down by a Corvette very easily. The tactical cruiser is our support. It's a vital part of each match. At least one support must be in the battle if you want to be kind of succeed. So it's not like if you don't use a tactical cruiser in your team for a match, you will get lost. But it's really recommendable. You will likely want to have some guy repairing your ships, because you will be in trouble if the enemy team is only composed by mainly Dreadnought and destroyers. So the next ship is a destroyer. It's the combination between armor and speed and firepower, so it's ideal for balanced gameplay, I could say it. We have the matchmaking, and it's really fast. To be honest, it's really fast. You don't have to wait too much time to play a match with some enemies. We have team deathmatch and team elimination. So that's the current two game modes. I hope they launch more, like Conquest or Armada or something that you play for control on the space or something like that. Will be interesting. Though it will be kind of difficult to handle, but it will be interesting to see that kind of gameplays. So yeah, it's mainly a game about space combat, so don't expect exploring a lot. So it's closed beta access, so that could change on the future. But in the current state is only that battles. But the battles, I have to say, are astonishing. So the ship has its own abilities. As we can see here, we have the weaponry, the primary weapon, which is one of the things I like in this game. You have a primary and a secondary weapon. Depending on the distance of the ship, the secondaries are effective and at more close combat, close quarter combats, and the plasma cannons are effective at distance. We have the plasma bomber dice that are kind of side cannons that you have, and they use a great amount of damage. Fletched missiles, they are kind of guided missiles, and they deal real amount of damage if you don't avoid them. We have the heavy autogun, which is a rapid fire weapon, I could call it, and it deals certain amount of damage, and it can help you to take down enemies. The warp jump is other ability, and you can warp quickly into another part of the map. And then we have the communications, the weapons, and navigations, and engineering. I don't know what is this, but I think is the briefing. I think this improves the overall stats of the ship, because remember, I haven't played a lot of this game. So that's it. What else we can say about the gameplay I'm missing? Oh yeah, you have this. When you press EK, you can choose between power up your engines, power up your shields, or your weaponry. That it's really interesting. So you're kind of tactical, because you hadn't combined between power up your engines to get into some point, or quickly change to your shields to avoid damage, launching your bomber dice cannons. Meanwhile, you try to warp into another place to save yourself from being destroyed. So yeah, that's kind of the the tactical gameplay it has is not complicated to understand it. The training and
Looking to make a name for yourself and get more lucrative jobs.
It's not hard to understand, and in the training or in the tutorial where you learn the basic controls, it's really easy to understand, and it's cool. It's not complicated at all. But the tricky part of the game, and what I think it adds the replayability, which is the third point, is the tactical. You can arm tons of strategies to be succeed in one match, and we hope see new game modes because that will be adding more strategy to the game. So I recommend this for people who enjoy playing with friends. It's a really friendly game. It's not hard to control, but dominate in and being more tactical. It's the most important part in this game, I should say. The replayability at the current stage, it will be boring because we only have one map. So far I see only one map, and we have only 2 game modes, so it will be boring fast, but it's close to better access, so they probably will change it the more future. And to be honest, it's really replayable. Even in its current state, it's really replayable. I will play it more and probably upload more videos about the progression and the patch they launch the class better access. And yeah, it's really great game. I give it at its current state an 8.0 from 10, to be honest, because it has great balance, nice graphics, really great performance, interesting gameplay, very easy but really tactical. For example, well, at least for me, that's really interesting, and is one of the things I like in a shooter game, to be tactical too, not only straightforward shooting things and destroying things. And well, progression looks fine. The overall aesthetic is cool, and replayability is kind of there. I really hope they launch more game modes and maps. I think they will do that, and doing that stuff, it will be a great, amazing game for free. I really have my hopes on this game, and realizing that you can even wait more ships, more astonishing ships. I just hope they balance. Right now is balance between the ships, but I hope they maintain it through the release or even open beta. So I really think it's a good game. You should give it a try. If you don't, you can sign up for closed beta, and if you don't want it to wait, you can only purchase a founder pack. There's one in $9.99, so it's really cheap, to be honest, to have access to a great game.